Hey 143 fam, we're going to take a look at your February horoscopes here, both your general overview for the month and love. For those of you who are interested in my giveaway, I'm going to be choosing two winners this month. You'll get to choose between a free reading or a free healing session. If you'd like to be considered, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment below your video, and I will notify winners at the very end of the month. Now let's take a look and see what February has in store. Hey Taurus, this reading is for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then love. I'll have timestamps down below. Taurus, general overview, February 2020. Taurus, general overview, February 2020. Spirit's showing me a zipper, like zipping something up. I think some of you are traveling. It's like zipping a bag up, like a big suitcase. For some of you, that could be a move, like using your suitcases to sort of help pack if you run out of boxes. Something about a zipper. I see sort of like a cute visual of asking a partner like, hey, zip me up, because it's date night. There's a lot of fun energy around this random message about a zipper, Taurus, but it feels very fun for you. But if there's one big message coming through, it's travel. Travel is really positive. Very much in alignment with love or doing something you love, being somewhere you love. Okay, so let's get a little bit more clarity. Taurus, general overview. Giving and receiving. I see you in a much better balance with giving and receiving to the people that love you, including work. I see you having a better work-life balance now, which has not been the case, I don't think, up until this point. Law of attraction, sitting at the center, law of attraction. I feel like you're conscious. You're manifesting a better balance. You're asking universe to give you more time with those that you love. You are asking for this balance of healthier relationships, people who can give back and not just take from you. I also see that some of you should be trying to manifest travel because there are some blessings. There's a message in a place you're destined to visit. It feels like there's some sort of like fated, maybe move energy. This comes through as move, change in direction, sometimes a physical move. Are you thinking of moving somewhere like very far away? Maybe somewhere that would be like a vacation spot, but maybe you'd like to make that like a home or like part-time home. This also speaks to, I'm seeing that you may have two options come through in terms of career. You may be deciding between two locations. You may be deciding between two different opportunities throughout the course of February. Spirit is saying to let your heart guide you. You should be going with what you love, going with what you love, going with who you love, and going where you love. Like this message, this theme of love. And again, I feel like you've been trying to manifest this. You have been manifesting it. If that's something you've been consciously manifesting, it's coming full circle in February. You get an opportunity. Something comes through for you, Taurus. I do see that someone may get lost while they're traveling, but it's not a big deal. Like, don't get anxious about it. Get on your phone and look at Google Maps, okay? Ask for help if you get lost. Like, I see somebody possibly on a road trip and not following the map and just sort of wanting to get lost, wanting to see where the streets are going to take them. Definitely a sense of adventure this month, but a lot of travel for you. Giving and receiving clarified by creative project. I feel like you are investing into parts of your life that you love that have maybe had to take a back seat to more logical decisions, more financially secure decisions. You're circling back to something you love. Again, let love guide you. What is it that you love to do? You can make money doing it. For my creatives out there, plenty of creative people make money doing what they love. You don't hear about it too often. You hear about the struggling artists. But you know what? There are plenty of people. I work in the music industry professionally. I'm not a struggling artist. You can make money doing what you love, okay? I feel like someone needs to hear that. It's not always about the logical, the sound, go ask your Gemini friends to give you courage to do something really risky. But I feel like, again, maybe it's that Gemini friend, like, put the map down, Taurus. We're not planning this out. We're just going to, like, follow our intuition. We're going to be spontaneous. We're going to travel. if you have like that air sign friend who's a little spontaneous, maybe not quite as responsible as you are, Taurus, but a good soul, that's who you want to reach out to. Like, there's somebody really good that I feel like inspires something spontaneous for you. That could be like really, really game changing in terms of maybe making some long-term goals. Because if you can have a really positive experience doing something spontaneous, maybe on a trip, experiencing like a faraway place, maybe stepping out of your comfort zone, when you come back home, it may not seem so intimidating to make some other spontaneous decisions. Now, you'll match that, right? You probably will make a more grounded decision than, say, your air sign friend, but you can learn something from them. And I think that that's really positive for you at this time. Law of attraction being clarified, but go for it. You're manifesting something for yourself. For those of you who are creative, you are manifesting a creative opportunity. Go for it. Manifest the life. Create the life that you want to live. Manifest something that you love, making you money. Manifest living in that place that would normally just be like a vacation spot for you. Manifest being there and sort of being on vacation all the time. You know, the scenery, the people, the food, the culture. I see you needing to get out of, I don't think that you're stuck in a comfort zone. I think that Taurus has been doing what Taurus has needed to do up until this point. But I feel like Spirit's like, enjoy some freedom now. Go make a different kind of decision. Wow, this is just so beautiful for you. That change in direction, that move, following what you love. I'm telling you, you're going to make money doing it. Shower of abundance. This is where you're going to experience the most abundance. It's when you trust that you can be rewarded for doing what you love. You don't have to be stuck in a typical job or typical life. You're allowed to manifest something extraordinary. You're allowed to move out of the country. You're allowed to go live by the beach instead of that just being your vacation spot. You're allowed to create. So for those of you who don't feel like you're necessarily creative people, we are all creative people because the thoughts and the energy that we put out there, this is how we manifest our present moment. This is how we manifest our future. Create wisely, but take some risks. You can, some educated ones, right? Crowning this is commitment. It's contracts. I see you committing somewhere new, to somebody new. There's something different here. You need it. Wow, bottom of the deck. I mean, could we get any more clear? Time to go. It's time to go. I think some of you may go away on vacation and realize you don't want to return. And you may return to pack up your things and like zip up your suitcases, but I feel like some of you may only be taking with you what fits in your suitcases. What a beautiful message. I mean, it's spontaneous, but it's love. This is what life is all about. I don't see you being held back by too much right now. I see that you may even be in really good company with somebody who loves you, a significant other, a family member, a friend who wants to do this with you. You don't necessarily have to do this alone, okay? But if you do it alone, there are so many rewards for you as well. Shower of abundance, okay? Let's see how this applies to love. Taurus in love, February 2020. Taurus in love, February 2020. Yes, Spirit's saying something about like a passenger with you. Like even if you're driving the car, like you have like a suitable passenger. You have somebody who's just game, somebody who's flexible, somebody who may encourage you to take a different road, to take a different journey here. I think some of you are traveling and you're making some big changes with somebody you love. So let's get a little bit more clarity. Taurus in love. Let's see. Unrequited love. This comes through not as a person that you don't love, but a place, a life, an experience. And I see that whether it be career that needs to change. I mean, I think some of you may have had this experience in the past and you're moving away from those kinds of people, especially if you have continued to reconcile with somebody who was safe, but the chemistry was off. You felt like you were settling. You're moving past that sort of like settling, that ordinary, that boring energy. Safe is good. But you should still, in a romantic relationship, have that safety, but also still have that passion. Like, you don't have to sacrifice. You can be financially stable and still do what you love, okay? So it's a big emphasis on that. But I see you moving away from all things that are unloving. If you feel like you've loved somebody and they haven't returned it You're done. You're just done at this point, okay? You're very attractive. Center of the reading. Some Leo energy coming through this for you, Taurus. You're attracting. So it's interesting. I was getting two in terms of career. You may be choosing between two different people. And it's interesting because there may be two different people in two different locations too. Travel definitely ties in here in terms of love. Ooh, okay. One of your cards just flew. Let me grab this. Okay, Taurus, card that just flew. We have religious factors, which is spiritual factors. This is all about the spiritual journey. I feel like, one, you may have somebody very much in alignment with your spiritual journey willing to make these changes or a move or do something different with you. But this change in your life, in love and really across the board, it's because you're feeling your soul purpose. You know Spirit's guiding you elsewhere. I see for those of you calling in new love, it's the person that's the most in alignment with your journey and your spiritual journey. So if you have two people, maybe somebody who's safe, but they aren't, they don't really, they're not open-minded to maybe the spiritual journey, and maybe that was okay for you in the past. And then you meet somebody else who, they're a little less safe, maybe an air sign, because I do get a little bit of that for you. It could be Leo. Maybe Leo is like, I don't need to play by the rules. I don't need for this to be safe. Let's go live our life in the most grand way ever. I feel like that person, that person's going to get your attention at this time. A little bit of risk involved here. But again, it's not really a risk because you're trusting universe, right? Universe is have faith. But by doing something different in love and career in terms of where you live, we're aligning you with soul purpose. So I feel like there's somebody very significant in the mix, very much in alignment with your soul purpose. If you're single, you may be calling this person in a place where you don't live, in a place where it's not super convenient to have a new love. Again, maybe a long distance relationship. Maybe that's the catalyst for somebody to move. Keep an open mind, okay? Unrequited love clarified by keep an open mind. Keep an open mind to this transition. You don't have to be stuck anywhere. You don't have to settle. You're allowed to have incredibly safe, loyal, amazing love with someone who you are madly in love with and you have a whole lot of passion. Someone who will take chances in life. Someone who will travel with you. Someone who you truly enjoy love with. If you don't have that, Spirit's asking you to keep an open mind to movement forward, okay? Keep an open mind to partners who show up and they're not typically who you would be attracted to. Give them a time of day, because one conversation you might be like, whoa, I wasn't attracted. I'm not normally attracted to men or women like this, but that one conversation, wow, they lit up and did something for me. And keep an open mind, okay? Especially for those of you single. Yes. I love this for you. Center of the reading, okay? We come back to attraction. Possibly having more than one person to decide between. Getting the number 2. Clarified by trust. Even though there's somebody in the picture that I do feel like may be a little more willing to take risks, that you would maybe hesitate in making yourself, there's still a trust factor. Having that spontaneous partner, again, it's just like you don't have to settle for safe love that's boring and there's no chemistry. You can also have somebody who you're incredibly passionate about, someone who travels, someone who inspires you, maybe a little intimidating in a good way. But they can also be a trustworthy, loyal partner. You don't have to settle for one or the other now. And I feel like that's a big message that's been coming through for you, Taurus. You don't have to settle for things that aren't loving to you, that you don't love. You could literally manifest whatever life you dream of. And if you try to manifest something this year and you change your mind next year, you're allowed to tweak that. But aim high, okay? If anybody aims high, it is you. But make sure you're doing that on a personal level too, not just career. Religious factors, spiritual factors being clarified, but make the effort. I see somebody really making the effort to support your spiritual journey, to be open-minded even if they aren't typically spiritual or religious. Somebody being open-minded to your beliefs, you making an effort to do the same, especially if it is a little bit different, because you could learn something from one another. I feel like that would be something very intriguing to Taurus. Maybe a little romantic, being able to explore a different culture, somebody else's culture. I really see success with Taurus meeting somebody and possibly in a different country or from a different country. Crowning the reading with forgiving and learning. think this goes hand in hand with that unrequited love, that experience, the people that didn't work out. Also, forgiving yourself for maybe settling in the past. You didn't waste time. Nothing was a waste of time for you. I don't know why I'm feeling that so strongly for you, Taurus. I feel like that's going to apply to more of you than not. Nobody, no experience, no failed marriage or relationship or effort. None of that was a waste of your time. It's all very much in alignment with your spiritual journey. You are arriving exactly where you need to arrive in perfect time. It doesn't matter what age you are. This is the perfect time and the perfect age for you to make a change. So please forgive yourself. Please let go of feeling like you wasted time or you wasted life or something wasn't worthwhile. As long as you learned something, as long as it allowed you to grow, even if it was a really difficult lesson and a really painful experience that you had, as long as you grow through that and you're willing to, all very much worth your time, okay? You deserve love at the bottom of the deck. I feel like in the midst of all of this like travel and creative energy and manifesting this future that is more fulfilling, I'm feeling some emotions that are still heavy. I feel like I'm feeling like someone needs to forgive themselves. So if it's not you, Taurus, it's maybe a partner in your life. Someone needs to forgive themselves and let something go because they haven't done anything wrong. Or you're allowed to mess up and still forgive yourself in the future. Like, now's the time to forgive. If you need to offer somebody forgiveness, now's the time to do it. Someone may offer it to you, but see, this comes through, Spirit showing me this as like a reflection, forgiving and learning as a reflection. Knowing that you do deserve love. You also deserve self-love. So if there are difficult emotions that are coming up, or maybe you're distracting yourself from with all the travel, just acknowledge that you can still move forward and be dealing with your emotional stuff too. Now, this doesn't really feel too heavy, but I do feel Taurus holding on to something in the heart chakra. So this is a good month to release it, okay? This movement and momentum forward, you're going to have more success. As you release, you surrender, you forgive, because it's going to heal karma, okay? And you're going to wind up having a better journey in months and year ahead for having done that. Okay, Taurus, if you feel like you need more clarity, reach out to me. I'm available for private readings. I'm available for energy healing work, which you know that is what I specialize in, is energy healing. So for those of you, if you feel like you're really struggling, don't hesitate to reach out. I can help you work through this and get the ball rolling, because there's something that needs to be released. This forgiveness, especially the self-love. Okay, forgiveness through self-love. But again, reach out to me if I can be of help to you. I will be back mid-month for your mid-month love reading. But in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, gratitude. I'll see you back here soon. Love you, Taurus. Ciao.